Hello everybody! Happy Monday! It's Barbary, the Wexford Stamper, and today is Fun Day Monday, and I'm going to share a project with you that I have been playing with over the weekend. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm happy to be here tonight on Halloween Eve, and I wanted to share a couple cards that I got from some of my stamper friends. Hi, Anne, and I see April and Leo and Jean. Hello, ladies. Thank you for joining in. I wanted to share these cute little cards I got this week from my stamping friends. This is a cute one with the owls and the bats. Happy Halloween. And this one is from my friend Deb. Thank you, Deb, if you're watching or watch the replay. And then I got this one from my friend Mary. Look at the fancy purple glitter paper on that and the witch's cap. And this has a little belly band. It opens up. Best witches. Isn't that so cute? Thank you to my girls. Always love getting some cards. Halloween is tomorrow. We have our trick or treat in the neighborhood here tomorrow, so we're looking forward to that. My daughter Hannah's going to dress up and give out the candy, so that should be really fun. Hope everybody had a great Monday to start off their week. All right, excuse me. Tonight, we're going to be making this cute little hand lotion gift box, okay? And I've made hand lotion gift boxes before, and I find this one to be my most favoritist design, because this is the hand lotion we're talking about. These are the kind that you get at Bath and Body. Love these, and they're just coming out now. Lots of great sales on them. If you want to get some of these, they're a great buy for little presents for friends that you need. But the reason I like this one so much is it's not just a box. It has a little bit of a design here that you kind of stick the lid through and screw it back onto the tube, and it keeps it really nice and still, and it's not going to fall out. So I really love that. Now I added some magnets to this box, so I will definitely show you that. So why don't we go ahead and get started. I didn't update my address on my page. Which page are you talking about? My website? You might be right. I haven't gotten it everywhere, but thank you for bringing it to my attention, April. Let me know, which address do you mean? All right, let's go ahead and get started. Talk a little bit about the materials we're going to be using this evening. We're going to be using the Merry and Bright bundle. Oh, okay. Wexford Stamper on what? On this website. Update my address. Oh, my mailing address. Did you get something from me and it had my wrong address on? Okay. Yep, I will make sure I fix that. Hey, Mary B, how are you doing? We're having a really rough football season, aren't we, dear? On Facebook. Ooh, all right, I got to get in there and check it. Thank you. April, I'm going to hire you as an assistant. Are you available? Oh, okay. I got it. Yes, I will give you my address when we finish here. Okay, this is the Merry and Bright Merry and Bright bundle. Love this. So cute. Very cute little Christmas lights. And I love that you have the two different kinds of Christmas lights, the more contemporary and then the more traditional lights that go on the tree. Love the little filaments. And then they have some really cute sentiments as well. The paper, as always with Stampin' Up. The paper is so pretty. It's a more contemporary palette. It's got lots more bright colors. The last ones I was working with was more of a traditional palette for Christmas. This has got pinks, and it's got a little granny apple green and pool party. So really, really pretty colors. Love this suite. So I know you're gonna love this project. There's also these cute little iridescent dots that you can get to put on your projects. I will share those tonight, and I will be using those with my project. Hi, Deb Gray, welcome. And of course the iridescent ribbon also. Just really great materials in this suite. I just love it. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. All right, you're gonna need 3 pieces to build this little box, okay? Now I use blueberry bushel with this, which is one of the colors in the suite. All right, 3 pieces here. All 3 are gonna be blueberry bushel. And this is the piece for the body. And this is cut at 2 by 10.5 and scored at 3 3/4 and 5 3/4. Okay, I already got the score lines in there as well. This is going to be the flap. Since the box is so tall, there's not enough paper on an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper to complete the entire wraparound with the flap. So we have to add the flap at the end. And this is cut at 2 by 5 by 3 5/8. This is all on my blog. Don't worry about trying to jot it down. Scored at 1/2 and 1.5. And then the final part is the little box that goes inside that we're going to glue to the inside. And that is a piece of the blueberry bushel, 3.5 by 6. And then you score at 1 inch on all 4 sides. So I think you can see that there. That's cut and scored so that you have the 4 score lines around and you can create your box. All right, well, let's go ahead and start with the body, okay? Remember, this is 2 by 10.5, scored at 4 3/4 and 5 3/4. Let's go ahead and grab my bone folder, and we're just going to fold those up, and you can see that all I really made was the portion here that goes down and around and up. Okay, so that's that portion right there. Now we're not going to put, sometimes I put my paper on before I construct it, but I'm not going to do that tonight because I have to put magnets on this. All right, so let's hold off on putting the paper on, but we will get to it. All right, now this is the flap. This is cut at 2 by 3 5/8, scored at 1/2 and 1 1/2. And you can see how this is going to become your flap. Okay, this 1/2 inch panel right here is going to be where we put the glue. And then we're going to just adhere it to the inside of the back flap. All right, so here's how this is. We have the open end at the top of this, okay? And we're going to go ahead and just glue it right there at the top, okay? Bring it right up flush with the top, and then that 1/2 inch panel is going to be glued to the inside of the top there. Everybody see what I'm doing there? Okay, so now we have the closed flap. Okay, now for my flap, I'm doing something that is totally optional. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to round the flap corners. That's something you don't need to do. And this, sadly, this corner rounder is no longer available, but I sure do like using it. I'm sure you can get a corner rounder somewhere, but that just gives a nice finished look to it. Okay, let's go ahead and create the box that goes on the inside. Very simple. We have the box here. This is 3.5 by 6 inches, and I scored it on 1 inch, at 1 inch, sorry, on all 4 sides. So we're basically creating a box without a lid. Okay, so there is our score lines creased. Now I'm going to take my snips here. I'm going to hold it in the landscape position. I hope so, yes. They had a couple of corner rounders. They had the smaller one, and then they had this one that had the 3 different kind of punches you can do. But yes, I don't know why they don't have a corner rounder, but hey, I don't know why they do a lot of the things they do. So there we go. So we made those 2 into flaps, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the bottom. We're going to create 4 flaps so that we can fold them in and adhere them to the side panels to create the box. All right, so there we have that all done. Okay, now let's grab our glue again, and we're going to go ahead and put a little glue on each of the flaps. Okay, fold our flap in and tuck it behind the side panel, lining up the fold with the edge of the panel. And just hold that a bit till our glue dries. Same thing over here. So we're just making a little box that our hand lotion will sit inside. Make sure we line those up right. That was a little small. There we go. That's what I like about Tombow. Gives you a couple seconds if you make an oops. And one left. Line that up with the edge. And you have a very simple box without a lid. That's what we're going for. Okay? Now, before we put it in, we're going to go ahead and use a punch. Now, I'm using a 3/4 inch circle. Uh-oh. Guess what I should have done before I glued it together. Okay. You're getting to see the real deal here, girls. I oopsed. So I'm having to pull away these. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this in now and measure and get it right about in the center of that side. There. Okay? Should have done that before I glued it together. Oops. Hey. Give me a thumbs up if you have made an oops, but you have not been deterred. You can fix it and move forward. Because us paper crafters have tenacity, don't we, girls? We are not going to let a project go bad. We can fix it. All right, so now I have the top with the little circle in the middle. Hey, Dawn, welcome. So now let me show you how this works. You're going to take your Bath and Body Works lotion, and I've been in a couple times since the holidays have started, before Halloween, and they've got everything starting to load up. So I take the lid off, and then I push it up through that hole, just like that, and then I put the lid on. And that's going to hold that. That's not going to move at all. Now it's time to go ahead and glue it to our box. Now, I'm going to glue it down to the edge here, and then I'm going to glue the bottom to this panel right here. All right? I know. We just keep going, don't we, girls? So let's go ahead. I'm going to put some glue on the back. Now, I'm going to lay it down on the second, beside the second score line there. So you're going to have one more down here at the bottom, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. Okay? Now you want to make sure that you have a little bit of room on both sides. I just got a new light and I'm trying to figure out where it belongs on my desk. I feel like I got a lot more space in the view of the camera than I used to. Yes, Anne, you can confess to us. We all make mistakes. We're friends here, right? We're all friends. We will keep it a secret. Okay, now, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little more glue on the bottom side, and then I'm going to flop over that top, not the top, the other portion of the flap, so that this is going to stick here on the bottom. Okay, now that's how quickly that came together. Very simple. Now let me show you the secret on how to use your magnets, if you want to use magnets. Okay, the first thing you want to do is focus on the larger portion of the box. Flaps are always last when you're working with your magnets. Okay, so these are the magnets that I get on Amazon, and I have several. If you look up anything on my blog that uses a magnet, many of them have a link to the Amazon listing. And they're tiny little magnets, but boy, are they strong. So we're going to need 2 of those. Okay, so we're going to use some glue dots. So I'm going to stick a glue dot. Oops, got some strings in there. I've been sewing today and I've got threads on me. Okay, let's see. You're just going to go ahead and you're going to put the magnet right on a glue dot, then grab it up with your tool, and then you want to look to see about where the flap comes down into the middle and put it right about there. Okay, so I put my magnet right there. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and place your designer series paper, and this piece is 1 7/8 by 4 1/2, and that is going to go right here on the front. So after you place that magnet, you can go ahead and lay the designer series paper down on top, and then no one will see it, and they will be so amazed when they open it and find out that a little magnet is holding their gift box together. You will just amaze your friends. Okay, so there we go. That is finished. We have that down. Now, for the next one, we close the flap, and then we just let the magnet find its place. Okay, it will find where the other magnet is underneath, and it will instantly connect right to it. So then what you're going to need to do is get another glue dot and put it on the side of the magnet that connected with the other magnet, and then just glue that one right down. All right, so now you have the closure. Okay, now I have this piece of here that I'm going to put on here for the flap, and this is just the opposite side of the paper I use down here, which I love, but I thought it would be really cute to have the coordinating on top. Again, since I corner round the flap, I'll need to corner round the designer series paper piece that goes on top. So all I'm going to do is now put that on top of there. Okay, use my Tombow glue. And lay it down on top. You might have to take your finger and kind of go around the magnet so the paper around it glues down. And then you have it. And there you have it. There is your box. So easy. All right, now let's go ahead and put together the cute little pieces for our lid or for the flap. Okay, let me bring in our sample. I love the little die cuts in here. These are the cute little traditional Christmas lights. These are in Blueberry Bushel and Pool Party. And then I'm going to glue onto them one of these filaments. These are, even some of the die cuts are little filaments. They're just so cute. And I cut those out in Granny Apple Green. And then last of all, we're going to have the cute little toppers for the lights. And those I cut out in Shaded Spruce. And I love these. They even have like the little lines on them, like when you screw them down in there. Just such detail. I just love it. Okay, so let me grab my glue. And first of all, we'll go ahead and put on our lids or our, I don't know what they are, the things that connect them to the wires. There we go, the thingers. Okay, there's one, there's two. So cute. Now you could just leave it like that. Those would be cute. There's also filament stamps in the stamp set that you could stamp a filament on each of those bulbs. But I just love these dies. They just make them really stick out. And it just pops right off your gift. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue on this guy. And you're just going to put that right in the center. And the little ends of the filament go right up against the top. And then the same thing over here with this filament. Just a little glue will do ya. And I'm gonna put those up against there. So I use the Granny Apple Green for both of those. They just, oops, they just really pop. Just love how that Granny Apple Green is so, so pretty. All right, now, last part of this, we're gonna grab some of the iridescent ribbon and I'm gonna go ahead and feed it through. Did I put this on top? Yeah, I just put it on top. Okay, I'm not gonna feed it through. I'm gonna do it the way I did it on here. I'm gonna actually just go ahead and glue these together so that the two holes are touching. Just like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little glue on the left side of my Blueberry Bushel and just glue them together. Just so they're kind of hanging together, just like that. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and place them on the flap of the box using dimensionals, of course. Okay, I'm going to put 2 dimensionals down here towards the bottom of the flap, just like that. And then I will just add the lights right on top of those. Okay. There we go. Looking good. So cute. I love this. Love this color. I love the color palette with this one. All right. Now I'm going to go back to that ribbon again, and I'm going to tie myself a nice bow. This is great ribbon. It ties super easy, and it's rough enough that it doesn't, the bows aren't going to slide out, and it's beautiful, and it's a great one to have on hand for Christmas as well coming up. So I got my bow all done. Then I'm going to just cut off both ends. All right. And then I'm going to grab those glue dots again and put one here on my bow. And then that's going to go on my box right up there where the tips of the lights are. Whoops, picked it up and I flopped it right open. There we go, so cute. All right, last thing we have, there's a cute little sentiment in here that I thought would be perfect. I'm just going to put the love sentiment. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and get my blueberry bushel ink. I cut out this circle. Let me see what size it is. Is it a 1 inch? It is a 1 inch circle out of basic white. And I'm going to take my little stamp and stamp that cute little love right in there. Okay. And last but not least, I'm going to grab one more dimensional. That's going to go on the back of my little love sentiment. And that will go right on the front of my box. So there you have it. There's 2 of the cutest boxes. So easy to make. I'm just getting used to this new light. It's a ring light. And I feel like I have a lot more space to move around here, and I'm just not used to where I should put my hands and where I should put the projects. Let me know. Is the ring light making it more clear, better lighted? And do you feel like I'm too far away from the camera? Should I bring it down a little bit? That would be really great feedback if you could give that to me. I love it. It's easy to set up, and I have a lot more space here to work, but I want to make sure you guys can see everything. All right? Because I can certainly lower this a little bit if it would be better for you guys. All right, well, that's my project for this evening. I will be working on projects for the next few weeks using the Merry, Bold, and Bright suite. So get that suite and you can follow along with me and make lots of really cool projects. Oh, good. The lighting is good. All right, great. So I will see you Wednesday. I'm going to be making a shadow box card. This is a really cool design, and it will be using this suite again. So come back and join me on Wednesday. Oh, good. I'm right in the middle. These are all good feedback. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, girls. All right, I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great evening, girls, and keep on stamping. Bye-bye now.